Hallelujah, money. Greetings, Capricorn, all placements. It's it could be raining money or men, depending on who you are, where you're at. But Capricorn, Hallelujah, Money by Gorillas came through really strong. So for a lot of my Capricorns, if something has been dry for a while, if the well has been running dry, there's going to be more hydration. There's going to be more money. Your bank account is going to be more hydrated. Something about hydration, something about moisture, something about more water, better water, cleaner water. Capricorn, some of you may benefit from getting a water filter, from drinking filtered water, adding your own minerals, adding in trace minerals, alkaline water. I don't know, there's something here where the power of money, but I was gonna say water, but also the power of money. It's like, sure, whoever said money can't buy happiness didn't know about horses. One of my favorite quotes, because I mean, seriously, you can't provide for horses without being able to pay for them, and they're very expensive. But anywho, some of my Capricorns can be fellow horse people, or you can just have some sort of hobby, something in your life that really keeps you going, but it's expensive. I know a lot of Capricorns into their music, into their cars, into their motorcycles or fashion or whatever it is. You know, usually a lot of Capricorn placements do have something that they kind of fixate and obsess over, because Capricorns, like Aries, are the entrepreneurs of the Zodiac. Not saying other signs can't be, but Capricorn and Aries are only in their highest prosperity if they are their own boss in creating their own enterprise. Something about an enterprise, entrepreneurship enterprise, patenting something. Some of my Capricorns, there is something here about a harsh father wound. I was actually hearing the song, I Think My Dad's Gone Crazy by Eminem. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree is what I was also channeling. So there can be something here where it's like, your parents could have had dreams that they never fully actualized, but they also didn't really get to because of resources or because they were always providing for the family. You know, they may have had a ton of kids, and so they had to put their dreams to the wayside. Although I never, in my personal experience, Capricorn, all of the single parents I know only fully actualized their dreams once they became a parent. In fact, the responsibility that being a parent required from them is actually the discipline necessary to actually actualize their entrepreneurship goals. So for some of my Capricorns, some of you or someone around you could be like, oh, I can't, you know, this is kind of like men who are like, oh, I need all the riches and wealth before I can have a wife. But God's joke on them is that they'll never get rich and any of that until they have a wife. They won't actually reach their prosperity until they have a wife, because God designed women to multiply what a man has. So he will never be able to fully multiply it to the highest abundance and wealth until he actually goes all in on his wife. So there's something like that with my Capricorns or with someone you're dealing with. Someone can feel really lost. And yeah, I wrote kids or pets, taking care of others' lives, okay? Caregiving specifically gives a human a deeper purpose and really keeps you grounded and keeps you on a strict schedule. Like, you can't just have days where you just, you know, get drunk all day or just sleep in bed all day. Like, you can't do that. You have, you know, like, you have to change the diaper, you have to feed them. Like, you can't do that. You have to think about others than just yourself. Now, some people see that as a burden, but when you actually are enlightened with that, it's such a gift, and the appreciation of that and like the giving to that is what multiplies your abundance. So really abundant people know that the key to the highest abundance is truly serving and caring for others' lives. Not from a codependent place, but from a place of desire to just genuinely provide, like a genuine altruistic vibe. In the song Hallelujah Money by Gorillas, however, he talks about people stealing in the middle of the night the fruit from their tree. So Capricorn, you may have to up your security. Someone can be trying to steal something in the middle of the night. Someone can also be trying to, you know, steal something online, or creativity jack, or someone can just be thinking really negative thoughts towards someone in the middle of the night. He says, here is our tree that primitively grows, but when we go to bed, the scarecrows come and they eat all of our fruit. So the best way to protect our tree is to build a wall like a unicorn, which is funny because it makes me think of The Last Unicorn. And in that, the Red Bull corralled all of the unicorns and he traps them in the ocean, and the last unicorn goes and frees all of the unicorns and then traps the Red Bull. So there's something about the power of the unicorn, of your majesty, of magique, connection to the divine. He says it's stronger than the wall of Jericho. He goes, and then we shall reap abundantly. So this is kind of one of those things where the ocean is not a threat to your boat, Capricorn, unless the water gets in. So rather than avoiding the ocean altogether, you need to just make a really strong boat, make a really strong foundation, and then it can't get in. So there's something here, the permeability is compromised. So you need to strengthen, I'm hearing firewall. What we have always dreamt of having, enough starving, hallelujah money. So it seems like the money comes in once the protection goes up a few notches. Now for some of my Capricorns, this can certainly be cutting out certain family members, certain friends, certain environments. This can also be work environments, daycare, people, things like that. Once you cut certain things like that out, then it just rains down on you. I was also hearing Crazy for You by Gemini, so you can also be dealing with a Gemini. And I was also hearing the song Aries by Michael Made It, so you could also be dealing with an Aries. Also, I channeled that song Aries by Michael Made It in Scorpio's reading last week or the week before, so you could also be dealing with a Scorpio. So Gemini, Aries, and Scorpio placement's very strong, or you can have those in your chart. Now, in the Gemini song, have you ever met somebody who will love you like I do? You know, I've always been by myself. I live for myself. I just care about money. When all my friends were chasing chicks, you know, I was chasing the paper. But then when I met you, all of that was over. So Capricorn, you're this way towards someone, or someone is this way towards you. But as soon as someone saw somebody else, oh my gosh, it's over. Everything about you is what I like. I'd trade in the whole world as it is, like my world as it is, my schedule as it is, and I will give you my whole life. Someone here, because it feels so right, someone here just really wants to take a chance on someone. Now the Aries song is hold up to be clear, I believe in miracles, but I don't believe in waiting for them. You have to actually make them happen. Now Capricorn, you guys are the goats. You climb in terrain in just disaster zones. Places that it's hard for other people to breathe because the altitude. It's hard for people to get to because they can't climb. Some can also have a fear of heights. Also, other people may not like the isolation. They may come up with self-sabotaging excuses because the road is hard and lonely and there's no end in sight. And when you get to the top, like, who's there to celebrate your win? No one, because you're the only one who made it there. But that's also how you know it's like a true win, because it's from your heart. But Aries is the same way. Aries is tenacious. I believe in miracles. I don't believe you got to make that happen. You have to make something happen in ways they cannot imagine. Make them think it's magic. So someone here can be like, what? How did that get with that? How did he get with her? How did she get with him? Something here is going to really stir the pot. Aries energy with the Fool. Again, someone has started over so many times, Capricorn. They fear nothing. Capricorn, that's your energy with the Devil. So some people can think that you are doing dark stuff, but it's not. It's that you have a true understanding of yin and yang, the sun and the moon, the dark and the light. And you don't let the darkness win, but you're also not stupid to it, and you don't try and love and light your way out of everything. And that's why you actually are on your way to a truly fulfilled home life, because rather than trying to sweep things under the bed, so to speak, the skeletons in the closet, so to speak, you have learned to take the blinders off and face something head on. Magician is also Aries energy. Maybe when someone is around an Aries energy, they have like a newfound sense of creativity, a newfound sense of problem solving, a newfound sense of solutions. The solution is found. This can also be stressing someone out. Yeah, this Aries, someone is really stressed, 5 of Cups with the 9 of Swords, about this Aries. I guess earlier Sagittarius, but Magician and Fool are Aries energy. So someone with Aries in their chart. Yeah, Capricorn, you or someone has a lot that they want to say to someone. Someone wants to start over. Someone here fumbled, I don't know, an energy that actually helps them multiply things with an energy who only gave them more crap. This Queen of Pentacles who's miserable and frustrated. Okay. I'm not going to say it's a Taurus, but I'm kind of going to say it's a Taurus because what I channeled through in Taurus's reading, which I'm going to get to right now. So you may want to go watch Taurus's reading because someone here definitely got with a dark energy and tried to make the innocent energy seem like the dark energy, but it's all come to light now. And it's a huge tower. Resources are dropping, fights are up everywhere, and masks are off, Capricorn. Masks are off. And Tower, that's Aries and Scorpio energy. 4 of Pentacles, that's Taurus energy. There are a lot of fights. Someone has been trying to block someone for a really long time from this abundance too. Bless you.